बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। स्टूडेंट्स, हम अपने चैप्टर नंबर 15 ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स का आज टॉपिक पढ़ेंगे, फंक्शनल ग्रुप एंड होमोलोगस सीरीज़। फंक्शनल ग्रुप क्या चीज़ है? हम अपने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में ये चीज़ डिफ़ाइन कर चुके हैं कि ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री इज़ द स्टडी ऑफ हाइड्रोकार्बन्स एंड हाइड्रोकार्बन्स डेरिवेटिव्स। एंड व्हाट आर हाइड्रोकार्बन्स? हाइड्रोकार्बन्स आर द कंपाउंड्स ऑफ हाइड्रोजन एंड कार्बन. If all the hydrocarbons are the compounds of carbon and hydrogen, then they should have all same properties, but not all the hydrocarbons have the same properties. So what is the thing, what is the basic thing in them that differentiate between different hydrocarbon atoms, that the hydrocarbons are differentiated from each other due to the presence of that particular thing in them. So that particular atom or a group of atom that impart characteristic properties to a compound is called a functional group. You can see the definition of functional group in highlighted part. A functional group is an atom or group of atom in a molecule that gives the molecule its characteristic chemical properties. ठीक है, अब इसमें डबल बॉन्ड, ट्रिपल बॉन्ड भी फंक्शनल ग्रुप होते हैं. ठीक है, दूसरी एग्जांपल्स में उन्होंने क्लोरीन है, ब्रोमाइड है, हाइड्रोक्साइड है, अमाइनो ग्रुप है. These are all the functional group. When they are present with hydrocarbon, with a certain hydrocarbon, they give special characteristic to that compound, and due to the presence of this group of atom, the properties of a compound are determined. इसमें जो हाइड्रोकार्बन पार्ट होता है उसे हम R के साथ सिंबलाइज़ करते हैं, और फंक्शनल ग्रुप जो है उस हर फंक्शनल ग्रुप के जो है वो करेक्टरिस्टिक जो सिंबल्स होते हैं वो फिर R के साथ जो है वो यूज़ किए जाते हैं. इसमें करेक्टरिस्टिक फंक्शनल ग्रुप की कुछ इंपॉर्टेंस है ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री में, वो हम देख लेते हैं. दीज आर द 3 इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स अबाउट द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ फंक्शनल ग्रुप. नंबर 1, फंक्शनल ग्रुप सर्व एज बेसिस फॉर nomenclature of organic compound. Nomenclature mean naming of organic compound, because on the basis of presence of a certain functional group the organic compounds are named. Number 2, functional group serve to classify organic compounds into classes, families. All compounds with the same functional group belong to the same class. Number 3, a functional group is a site of chemical reactivity in a molecule, because hydrocarbon part of an organic compound is not so much reactive. So which one is the reactive part of the compound? That is the part that contains functional group. Sometimes a molecule contain more than one functional group. So in that case the molecule is known as polyfunctional. Polyfunctional mean many functional group in the same compound. Here is the summary of functional group present in organic chemistry. Alkane is the family of the compounds which contain H single bond, C single bond. Example is ethane. Alkene is another family of the organic compound containing carbon-carbon double bond, and example is ethene. Alkyne is another family of compound of organic hydrocarbons or organic compounds which contain triple bond as functional group. Arenes are another family of organic compound. It contain benzene ring, and benzene is an example. Halides are another family of organic compound. They contain halogen atom that is symbolized by X. Example is methyl chloride. Alcohol is another family of organic compounds that contain hydroxyl group, OH group, hydroxide group or hydroxyl group as functional part. Example is methanol or methyl alcohol. Ether is another family which contain one oxygen atom bridged between 2 carbon atoms, and dimethyl ether is an example. Amine is also another family of organic compounds. It contain amino group, NH2 group, and example is methylamine. Nitrile contains cyanide group, that is C triple bond N, and example is methyl cyanide. Nitro is another family of organic compounds. It contain nitro group, NO2 group, that is represented in the center of this table, and example is nitromethane. Sulfide is another a family of organic compound. It contains sulfur which is bridged between 2 carbon atom, and example is dimethyl sulfide. Then another family of organic compound is sulfoxide, in which you can see that one sulfide is bridged between 2 carbon atom and it has formed a coordinate covalent bond with oxygen atom. Dimethyl sulfoxide is an example. Sulfone, in this sulfur is bridged between 2 carbon atoms and is bonded with 2 oxygen atom. Dimethyl sulfone is an example. Thiol is the bonding of SH group with carbon, and methane thiol is an example of this functional group. Containing compound carbonyl is another functional group which contains C double bond O bonded with the carbon atom. Aldehyde and ketone and acids and other derivatives of acids are included in this. Aldehyde, in which carbonyl is bonded with one carbon atom and one hydrogen atom. Ketone, in which carbonyl carbon is bonded with two carbon atoms. And carboxylic acid are those in which carbonyl carbon is bonded with hydroxyl group. And esters are those in which carbonyl carbon is bonded with oxygen, and the oxygen is in turn bonded with another alkyl group. Amide is an example in which carbonyl carbon is bonded with the amino group, NH2 group. And carboxylic acid chloride are those in which carbonyl carbon is bonded with halogen atom. And carboxylic acid anhydride are those in which two atoms of carboxylic acids are condensed by the removal of water molecule. These are the examples of functional group and their respective family and examples. The next topic is homologous series. Homologous series is a series of compound in which adjacent members differ by CH2 unit. Means as we move down the homologous series, one CH2 group is added to each molecule. For example, you can see the first member is CH3. This has been taken for an alcohol family, CH3 attached with OH, CH3OH, and the second member is CH3CH2OH. As you can see that as the carbon atom number are increasing, CH2 group are increasing. What is the benefit of homologous series? A homologous series has some characteristics which are beneficial to study them. Number one is all compounds in the series contain the same elements in the functional group. All the compounds in the series can be represented by general formula. For example, for alkane the formula is CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n, and for alkyne is CnH2n minus 2. The molecules of a homologous series differ by CH2 group. All compounds can be prepared by similar methods. They have same set of properties, and their gradual variation in the physical properties make them easy to study. So this is about the homologous series. Today's lecture is over here. Tomorrow, in the tomorrow's lecture, we will study the detection of elements in organic compounds. Till then, Allah Hafiz.